Definitely, the times have changed, but God remains unchangeable. Scriptures are not in agreement with these scientific findings regarding the bodily changes at old age. In Genesis 49 from verse 1 to 33, when Jacob was about to pass on, he told his children to gather together, and he prophesied to each of them. He blessed those that deserved blessings and cursed those that deserved to be cursed. He further gave them instructions about his burial place and funeral arrangements. Then verse 33 in particular says, "And when Jacob had made an end of commanding his sons, he gathered up his feet into the bed and yielded up the ghost, and was gathered unto his people. Nobody aches or discomfort when Jacob passed on at the age of 147 years. Deuteronomy 34 verse 7 says, "At 120, Moses' eye was not dim, nor his natural force abated." In Joshua 14, from verses 10 to 11, at 85, Caleb said he was as strong as a 40-year-old man. At 84, Prophetess Anna, a widow, was still serving God with prayer and fasting daily in the temple. Luke 2, verse 37, King James Version, says, "And she was a widow of about 84 years, which departed not from the temple, but served God with fastings and prayers night and day." 3 weeks before the late sage, Kenneth E. Higgins, passed on, God told Bishop David Oyedepo to hurry over to the US to go and see him before the general took his final flight home on 19 September 2003. This is Wikipedia's comment on the last days of Kenneth E. Higgins on earth. Higgins went to bed on Saturday, September 13, 2003, feeling well, according to a news release from his ministry. He sat at the breakfast table on Sunday morning and smiled at his wife, Aretha. Then he sighed, and his head fell to his chest. He passed on Friday, September 19, 2003, at the age of 86. About 30 years ago, in the Chapel of Resurrection at the University of Ibadan. Ibadan is in the southwest zone of Nigeria. I heard from the mouth of the GO, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. He said, I will go home peacefully on a Sunday afternoon after having a good meal of pounded yam. The God who made all these patriots to finish strong and has told some of his generals who are still alive how they will pass on has not changed, and is no respecter of persons. He can do for us who are still on this side of the divide what he did for those who have passed on, and for what is revealing to those who are still here on earth. I pray we shall all finish strong and in good health, in Jesus' name.